What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can see, definitely not the best weather by any means, but I'm doing my best, staying motivated, staying on top of this car to get this thing running as soon as possible. So updates for today. My Mark 7 gas pedal should hopefully be here tomorrow. The power steering lines hopefully by the end of the week. I went ahead and ordered the Mark 4 style brake reservoir for my master cylinder. The Mark 3 one you can't order anymore, or at least I can't find it anywhere, but the Mark 4 one does work on this master cylinder, no problem. It's actually the same one I have on Miley. And also shout out comment section for reminding me the Mark 4 one does work. So that's good to go. That's ordered. Hopefully be here by the end of the week as well. And we can go ahead and slap it onto our new master, pull that back out, bench bleed the entire thing, and it's all taken care of and good to go. All right, so next up you can see the front end is back off of the car again. I've been looking at the side mount a little bit more. It looks like we pull this piece right here off, which went to the factory airbox. We pull that off. I should be able to move this up high enough and get it to sit exactly where I want it. Clear the bumper, clear the front section over here, and have it sit up just a bit more and make sure this reaches the throttle body like it's supposed to. But I think that might work. And actually, if this is out of the way, I might be able to fit my aftermarket larger side mount in this spot. I don't know for sure because it's still pretty tight up here, but if I can get it to sit in here high enough and not hit the ground, we might be in good shape. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to pop. I think this pops out of there, I want to say. I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of to do today because my parts aren't here yet, but I'm trying to stay busy and just get little things done. So the parts are here. It's just smooth sailing. Does this pop out? I think it just pops out. But yeah, after I get this little situation kind of sorted how I want it, I'm going to put the shifter in today and get ahead of that. And then I think we'll just wait till the parts show up tomorrow with the pedal in and that kind of stuff. But little by little, I want, once all the parts are here, get them all in, and hopefully maybe Sunday or early next week, have the engine in the car. And then once it's in, we can try to start it up. Should be no problem. This should just pop out, shouldn't it? I'm gonna break it. Oh, there it is. Hang on, because we won't need this anymore. There it is. All right. So not as much as I thought. This piece down here is still in the way, but oh, gave us a little. I didn't want to have to cut any of the body of the car. But maybe I just bend this bottom chunk out a little bit. I don't know. This actually might be enough though. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to need to get from. I really need the engine in the car to test fit everything and see what's going to work. But I think we can get away with this and have this reach the throttle body and have the under portion of the frame rail reach as well. But if not, I might come back and do. I just have to hammer it out just a little bit, give me a little bit more clearance to pull this up higher. That'll be good. It's funny though, when I look at 1.8 T swaps, almost everybody does the Audi TT manifold or the big pipe that goes over to the side on the driver's side, but no one really does like the side mount route, which might be for good reason. But I really want to make this work. I just want to see, like, you guys know, I just want this to work. So I'm dedicated at this point. We're gonna make the side mount work. It's all gonna work, or it's not. It's gonna work. It'll all work. It's fine. All right, look at that. Could possibly work. So this piece in here, I bent it back that way. We always clean it up, and honestly the headlight will be here, this will be here. You honestly won't see anything down here, but just bent it up for some clearance. And then this tab as well, I had to bend back. I might just go ahead and cut it all the way off because it's in the way, but we fit the much larger side mount intercooler in there for the most part. Now it's almost right in line with the bumper bracket here. I don't know if we'll clear. I think we will, but not 100% on that. If I wanted to go anywhere this way, I have to actually clearance like the frame rail, which I don't want to do. But it looks like it mostly fits. We got it up much higher. You can see how it sits almost all the way flat to this. I should go in just a little bit like that, but I have to build a bracket on the back side. You can see back there, actually hold it, but for the most part, could possibly work. I was okay with using the stock one, but if I can fit the upgraded side mount, that'd be cool as well. Like I said, it's much higher now. This should reach our throttle body no problem. And then from the downside, we have to get this one over to wherever I put it, somewhere. This one. So this piping here is 2 1/4. So this little coupler right there, something like so, give or take. And then I'm thinking for here, chopping it almost at the curve right here and doing like a long 45 so that it come down like this and then up a little bit and hopefully match up to that one. You can see how the stock one would sit This would be right about there. It'd be a bit closer, it'd be more like this, but you can see where the pancake pipe would normally sit. So I think with a 45 off of this down to here and a small clipper here, this might work. I'd have to see with the bumper on, so I'm gonna do it in a second and make sure it's gonna fit properly, which this is falling over, but once it's way there, I don't know, it might just clear. I'm gonna pull this one out, put the stock one back in, and see what I have with that one, but one or the other with that clearancing, which should be good to go. All right, so interestingly enough, the stock side mount is actually a bit wider than the upgraded one. This one's longer this way, but this one's a little bit wider, as you can see here, where this corner is well past the bumper bracket, so that won't work. I did get this one up much higher. You can see how high the inlet is above the frame rail, but if I wanted to work with this over here, I'd have to bring this quite a bit down, more so like this. You can see how much further down it's gonna sit down here to clear all of that. I can probably get it to about there, but honestly that's pretty much in the same spot as this one. If I can fit the upgraded one, I'd much rather have this one. So I'm gonna put this back in, grab the bumper, grab the wrap support, put it all back on the front, and see if we can't make this fit high enough out of the way where the bottom's not gonna hit the ground at all, and then also where majority of this is in front of this vent on the grill. That way there's actually airflow to here, making it work properly. But I think this might actually come in handy and work. So I know I said I wasn't gonna cut it, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Just a little piece though, just a tiny piece out the Pink Floyd had to come off. But if you look, rad support's back on, bumper's back on, stock intercooler is out of the way. I have a box holding up the upgraded one, but look at that. Not too bad. Now there is still plenty of room to move around and adjust. I just have the box holding it right now, but it fits in there. It sits higher than the lip, which is good, which means it won't hit anything, because when I have the Votex lip, that'll be probably another, I'll say maybe inch compared to this one. So it'll be tucked away up behind the lip, won't be the lowest part of the car. If we do the air ducts here and there, that'd be a direct spot right at the intercooler. So that should be good to go. I mean, I could do air ducts here and air ducts here and have like all the flow, but I think we're good. And now also having the upgraded intercooler, we should have honestly no issues. Now I'm gonna go ahead and toss on that pipe to here, the bottom one to there, kind of see how it's fitting, but I think this is gonna work. And there's actually plenty of room back here, which is awesome. So that is all good to go. You can see, just cut the little U out of there, but not that big a deal. You don't really see back there too much. You'll just pretty much see the intercooler pipe going this way. But other than that, I'm stoked. Fits pretty nice. Not bad. Like I said, I can still get the whole thing up higher, making sure there's no issue hitting the ground down there, which is already higher than the lip, so it shouldn't be a problem, but just make sure there's plenty of clearance, it can go up higher still. So, surprisingly enough, this actually worked out really well. I'm kind of surprised, but look at that. Upgraded side mount, tucked away nicely. We have the new speed piping over here, and conveniently enough, there's actually a little tab that comes down right there, perfectly in line with the Mark IV pipe. So, it's gonna bolt right on that stud, and this will be good to go. We'll have to just measure from like the rear mount to where the pipe is and disconnect from there to there, but that should have plenty of room between this section and the frame rail. Shouldn't be an issue right there. I need to get a proper pipe for this. So this is 2 1/4 on this side, but it's 3 inch on this side. So I need 3-inch coupler to 2 1/4 to make this work. It's kind of mocked up right now, but it all fits together nicely. So 2 1/4 here. We'll need a 3-inch to 2 1/4 coupler for here, but not a big deal. This is the factory tube here. Everything's good to go. There's still room for the plug-in over there. This is looking pretty good. All right, well, the GoPro died per usual, but as I was saying, this should reach the throttle body no problem. Looking at the engine and kind of where the rear mount is to where the throttle body is, I think we'll be like right in line with this. And if not, I can get a longer one and make it fit, but this is looking good. This is sick. This is awesome. So that's in there. That's all ran. Should be plenty of room back there. I said we'll know for sure once the engine's actually in, but I think we're on it. So I need a coupler for down there. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna actually hard mount the intercooler over here somewhere, but there's plenty of space on there. Shouldn't be an issue, but that's sick. That makes me very, very happy. Also, now that I can actually see the new speed pipe in the car and exactly where it's gonna sit, you can see how close it is to the rear mount. Looking over here, that puts a new speed pipe probably right about here, but I'm pretty sure it'd be right in line with this one. So I said, chop it at the angle right about here. Just do a straight piece from there to there. Done. Done, done, done. Oh yeah. Like I said, I wanna look at the engine bay and just see one going down, and that's literally it. but that's sick. Makes me excited. This is gonna work. All right, check this out. Just found a 12-inch section of 2 1/4-inch silicone hose piping to go from the new sweep pipe to our charge pipe and connect all of that on the back side. And then we've got this piece here, which is 3 inch on the big side, 2 1/4 on the small side. That'll connect the new sweep pipe to the intercooler, and that will be everything. We'll have a pipe to go from the charge pipe to this side. We'll have the coupler to go from this side to that side, and everything shall be happy. You know, I am very glad I took a little bit of time to mess with this, and now it's gonna work. Upgraded side mount, everything fits, just makes me happy. And I don't even know why I decided to mess with it, because before I tried this one and it didn't fit. I was like, you know what, stock one it is, this one's too big, it's not gonna work. And for whatever reason today, I was like, you know what, I think it's gonna work. And a little bit of cutting later, solid. That makes me so excited. So next up, I need to put the shifter in the car, the O2J. Really don't feel like getting out of the car right now, but I want to stay motivated. I got to keep progress in this car, so we got to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the front end back off the car so I can jack it up by the subframe, get it up in the air, measure for the holes, drill the 2 holes out, got to shave off some metal on the driver's side by the tunnel itself, and then O2J shall be in. All right, so step number 1 in putting the O2J shifter box into your car, you need to have an O2J shifter box. Now mine is a little bit moldy. It's been sitting in the garage for quite a long time, but it's okay because we don't need any of this. This can all go away. We just want this section here. Now this is not a direct fit into a Mark III. The O2J Polo box out of, I think the 6N1 Polo, I want to say it is a direct fit into the Mark III, but these are literally everywhere over here. The Polo ones are super hard to find, so all you have to do for this one, drill 2 holes, clearance over here a little bit. Takes 2 seconds, really not a big deal. So I just use a Mark IV ones, they work fine. If you want to source a Polo box one, you're more than welcome to, but the Mark IV ones work just fine, no issues. So the first thing we need to do is get this under the car and measure, because you have to drill 2 holes in the tunnel itself on the inside of the car. That way we can bolt up here and here to actually mount up the box itself. Now before I would pull this apart, and I got longer studs because these ones are fairly short, but I'm pretty sure on the Savoy I made it work with the factory studs. These can bend a little bit and you actually make it all work. Factory everything. You just drill 2 holes, put it through, bolt it up, and you're ready to rock. So let's get started. All right, so with the car up in the air, we've just tossed the box under the car. What we'll do now is come inside of here. We're gonna go ahead and we'll just pull this out of the way and pull this whole section out. There it is. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have Casey sit in the car and just hold, if I can reach it. My jacket's too big. There it is. I'm stuck in the heat shield. Get off there. Stand by. Oh, I dropped it. Hold on. This is gonna work in one clip. Okay, fantastic work. Okay, so she's gonna hold this up here like so. What I did last time, I'm pretty sure I just lined it up, hit the bottom with a hammer, made 2 dents where the actual bolts come up, and then drilled from there. You can see on the left side here, if you try to go down to reverse, it's gonna hit, well, I can drop this down. It's gonna hit right over here. So pretty much you take this little like angled section all the way out to about here and then straight down, and some of this as well. Pretty much like this whole section, you kind of clearance out just a little bit so you can go down to reverse, it doesn't hit. But yeah, pretty straightforward. So you want to hop in the car for a second, just hold this up. I'm gonna hit with the hammer, drill 2 holes, then we're good to go. Like I said, overall it's a pretty easy install, and the O2J shifter box is so much nicer than the O2A, so definitely a nice upgrade to have. All right, let's see if we can do this all one go around. Got my trusty hammer. I'm going to crawl under here. All right, you take this. Take this, please. Wait. Now take it, you're good. All right, so get it, like pull it tight to you so it's like nice and center. There it is. All right, nice and center. So what I'm gonna do now, take my hammer, hit right about here, just hard enough to dent where the bolts go through onto the firewall itself, or the tunnel itself, and then you'll see your marks for your the points to drill, and then it's just that easy. So you get up there?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do like this. I'm at a really awkward angle. Hold on. I need to be like the other way. There's no room under the car. Okay, here we go. So like this. Couple taps. All right, so now I'll let it go. if we look, you can see one right there and one right. Is that it there? Or is that there? Uh-oh, hold on. No, right there and right there. So there are our marks, good to go. And now we'll drill some holes, and that's pretty much it. Number one. Hole number two. So if we look inside of here, all of this side has been clearanced out. That's good to go. But it's funny, I actually went back and watched my Savoy video because I couldn't remember what I did last time in that car, because I always forget. But I had said in that video and in this video that the factory studs out of the O2J box should reach to the top, but they don't. They're like this much too short, but they don't fit. And in that video as well, I swapped the stock ones out for a little bit longer ones, and it was good to go. So I have one longer one up there. I can't show you because the door and everything, I'm stuck back here, but I have one longer one. I have to find one more longer one. I swap into the box. The GoPro died again, per usual. So now we are literally plugged in this constant power source. It doesn't die, but this is the factory bolt out of the O2J. This is our new one. You can see it's just a little bit longer, but that's all you need. All right, so with our box here opened up, all you do, go around, bend all these little tabs, and just drop the bottom off. I have to say, this is probably the cleanest I've ever seen the tray. Like, normally there's giant chunks of like bushing and all kind of stuff. There's just dirt, this one, and a spider. Dirt and a spider, but there's no bushing material down here at all. I'm blown away at how good condition this one's in. Oh, there goes my light, but this is what it is. But yeah, bolt, take those out, toss in our longer ones, put it together, and in the car she goes. Just like that, our box is done. Longer studs, back together, ready to go in the car. So O2J bolt up into the car, no problem, but I had to pull it back up because I forgot. In the Mark III, the O2J sits much taller, and what I normally do is cut about 1.5 inches off of the rod itself. That way, when you have it in the car, it's just sitting much lower, because right now this is just way too high. So gonna chop off about 1.5 inches of this, then put it back in the car, and then she's done. All right, my friends, interior's back together, shifter is in. Voila. O2J in the Mark III, just like factory. Nice and sturdy, not going nowhere. Can't even tell it's not factory. Also, with this particular shift knob, I know the Mark III ones are threaded, but this one kind of gets a little bit wider towards the bottom, where you kind of like just like put this on and kind of smack it down. You can see like it doesn't really spin, and you gotta like yank it, get it back off. So normally I can either glue it a little bit or I can tap this, but honestly, with how this one fits, I think we'll be set. Smack it down like that, and she's ready to go. But how sick is that? So minus the gas pedal and this portion of the dash, interior wise, done. Oh yeah, I can just feel it now. Woo, so excited. Just turn the key and listen to this car run. We're close. We are. Home stretch now, boys. Home stretch. Now, do note when I say home stretch, I just mean that being inside of here and actually running. We still have a lot more other things to do. I still need the front lips, side skirts, pick up the wheels, we have to do the brakes, some control arms, that kind of stuff. There's still a handful of things to do after the engine's in the car and it's running, but we're close. We are so close. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't make a video at all today because cold, it's raining, I just wasn't feeling it, but I'm trying my best, stay motivated, get this car running as soon as possible. So got out here, knocked out some stuff, and intercooler stuff done, good to go. Shifter done, good to go. More parts will be here tomorrow, so we just keep on cranking on. Like I said, hopefully by maybe end of this week, early next week, that will be in here. We're so close, so close. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.